Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Plan channel. I'm excited to be here today. We're doing our weekly check-in and I'm going to see how well I did in my grocery and household category, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline, and how much unbudgeted we did and why we decided to spend what we spent in our unbudgeted category. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. This is my weekly check-in sheets. I sell these sheets in my budget store online, Lisa's Faith Budget Plan and the Etsy shop. And yeah, go check that out if you're interested. But what we're going to do is I'm going to look at these categories. So originally I had grocery household for $153.45. And the reason there's an odd number there is I have set every week how much I'm going to spend in each category. And if I overspend in the previous week, I have to subtract it because I want to stay within what I budget for the entire month. So with grocery household, I was over budget at the beginning of the month by $100, and then that part of that $100 carried over to week 2, and I was over budget by $46, and it's back up again. So I know this wasn't enough for this week. So yeah, I'm still over budget in this category, and we'll see how much in just a minute. But if I'm under budget, like these categories where it's not in red, then I can move that money to the next week and have that carry over. It also helps support when I am over budget in one category. It kind of eats up that money a little bit until the next paycheck period. And the good thing for doing this weekly check-in, my husband gets paid tomorrow, so I can get the balances of what we spent in each of these categories and do my paycheck to paycheck. So you will see that in a day or so. And yeah, let's get started. So weekly check-in sheet, we're going to start with our expenses. They're all laid out here on a calendar. And I use expense stickers from Sarah Marie Stickers, so I'm really excited to jump into that and get started with my expenses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom you in, and then we'll go through our categories. Pink, which is highlighted in the corner of each of these expense stickers. Pink is the grocery household. Restaurants is blue. Miscellaneous is green. Gasoline is purple, and we have an unbudgeted category, which is just a blue sticker. It's just separate, so it'll stand out more, and I can explain why we have some of these this time around. Some important things came up, so yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So give me a second. I'm going to zoom in real quick. Okay, here we go. So I got my pen. I got my other little pen to check off with. I'm going to put that at the top there. And I got my little notepad. And what I do is I just put the initials GH up here. That stands for grocery household. And I'm just going to mark anything in pink on these stickers that have not been checked off from Friday the 12th to Thursday the 18th, which is a no spend day. Today I've dedicated a no spend day. It's yucky, it's rainy, I don't want to leave the house. It's not happening. I'm not going to spend as long as I stay off of Amazon, which is going to be kind of hard because I do want to make an Amazon purchase because my tripod broke that holds my phone up when I record what you're watching on right now. But I can wait till tomorrow to do it. It's a new pay period. It's, you know, where you can replenish the miscellaneous fund, and that's where it will come out of. And so, yeah, it can wait till tomorrow. So I'm going to make it a no spend day today. And that's how I'm going to keep that under control. So for Friday and Saturday, there were no grocery shopping going on those 2 days. Oops, sorry. And I did not actually grocery shop until all the way over here on Monday. Monday was President's Day, and I just wasn't the best day to go shopping, but it's kind of where I needed to be. Now, if things look like I'm struggling a little bit, it's because, like I said, my tripod broke, so I have a different tripod and different things laid out, so it's a little different, and so I'm a little awkward in this point right here with my setup. So yeah, so please forgive me if it doesn't come well across the screen. But I think we can make it work. Food Lion was where I went first. There's certain things at Food Lion that Walmart does not have that my family likes, so I go there and pick it up. And I got some extra stuff over there that they had better prices on. And then I actually walked out of the store and left a few items in my cart that weren't seen because I had a big case of water and some box juices and stuff like that they have that we want. And I had those pouches of cheese, like Kraft cheese, that you can melt mozzarella or Mexican cheese for tacos and stuff like that. I had a few pouches of those and they never got rung up. So I walked all the way back into the store, cold, rainy day, and had them scan them and told them, I'm sorry, I walked out with these and I didn't mean to. So that's why I have 2 transactions there, because they happen at different times. And then Walmart was where I got the bulk of my stuff. So 130.87 there. So that plus our HelloFresh, which is our subscription box. I do get a box once a week. Every Saturday or Sunday they deliver it, depending on inclement weather. And yeah, they deliver it in those areas, or deliver it to our area, and we use it to have our meals. We get 6 meals for 2 people, and so each kit is 3 kits, but it's for 6 meals, so it works out pretty good. Here we go. So let's total this up real quick. 32.13 plus 6.13, 130.87, and 63.28. So way more than I had budgeted for grocery household. So you already know I'm negative here. But the rest of the categories, I'm not negative. I really did not spend that much on. It just didn't, I mean, I spent an over budget, unbudgeted quite a bit, but not on the rest of my categories. So that's good news. That'll save us some money to cover those unbudgeted items that we did not spend. So the next thing we have is restaurants. And the first one we have is Papa John's, which is $33.83. And then we had wine, my husband and I had Why Not. I would have cooked that night, HelloFresh, but I got to babysit a beautiful little baby. And she's part of our church family, and she's just so cute. And I couldn't really cook and watch a newborn at the same time, so it was a little difficult. It's been years. My baby is actually 16 years old, so, you know, I haven't had a little baby in a long time. And I'm like, let's just order some delivery. There we go. So my husband picked up Arby's for lunch one day. He went for a drive. It was 60 degrees this day, and then it went to 32 degrees. So I was like, ooh, major drop. But yeah, he went out for a drive, got out of the house, and picked up lunch and came home. And then I was out and about quite a bit yesterday and got Taco Bell for lunch and just got something quick to come home and eat and then finish up my day. And then that's all I have. So that's pretty good in restaurants for a week. I mean, that's pretty low for us. So I'm really proud of us. Whoops. I'm really proud of how we did this week. 33.83 plus 2,931, 11.47, and 7.46. There we go. $82. Wow, that's it. That just shocks me. Okay, moving on. Miscellaneous. So our miscellaneous categories. Oh, before I do that, I gotta check off Arby's and Taco Bell, and then Papa John's and Why Not. So for miscellaneous, obviously nothing over here. Let's go back here. I have 2 items with miscellaneous here, and one was Etsy. I ordered something on Etsy that I thought was really cute. It's actually the graphics for this up here for April, and I'm really excited. I'm super excited about that. March just came out. I've got March release budget sheets, but I went ahead and got the budget sheets for, or the digital graphics for the budget sheets for April, and oh, they're so cute. I'm so ready for spring, and they're going to look amazing. So I hope you enjoy them. I'm excited to show it to you when they come in, or when I get it put together and printed and get into April's budget. So yeah, I look forward to that. P.O. Box. Ours is $17 a month, or we have to pay 6 months or a year at a time. And so I did 6 months for $102. And that came due this month, so that was it. I don't really need a calculator. 678, 108. If it weren't for the P.O. Box, I wouldn't have to do that. But I am going to start a, what do you call it, sinking fund for the P.O. Box for next year. And that I will be able to pay for as it comes up every few months. And so I'm excited about that. So I'm going to do a sinking fund with that. So here we have a laptop. Yes, another laptop. We bought one earlier for my husband. It was a Chromebook. We love the Chromebooks. They're doing awesome. Problem with the Chromebook is my husband works for the government and he has to use a CAT card, which is basically an ID card with a chip in it, and log into certain government sites as part of his job from working at home. Well, it doesn't like Chrome. It likes Windows. Doesn't communicate well. So he's been using old Windows that's falling apart, and we're just going to use the Chromebook for something else. And he bought another laptop. It was $514.10. We're waiting for it to come any day now. So let's do unbudgeted. And then that would be $514.10. And we just took it out of what we had in our buffer in our account. And that was good enough for us. So I would have used my tech sinking fund, but it wasn't even enough to cover that. So we didn't use the tech because he had VA education benefits that we did not put in savings yet. So we used that to pay for it. And since it was a VA education benefits check that paid for it, then we were like, it kind of washes out in the end. Chair. I bought a chair for the front room in our living room. We have a home group meeting every Tuesday with our pastor and a few people from church. And one of the women have given birth and her baby's 2 months old. I was watching her this weekend. And so, yeah, we wanted a place where they can go sit, and if they wanted to nurse their babies or whatever, they could be comfortable. I'm going to get a pack and play here soon. So, yeah, we're going to have babies all the time at this house. This is crazy. I'm now officially called Auntie. So I am thrilled with all that. Unbudgeted, $514.10 plus the $143.95. So we spent, and make sure that's everything, yeah. We spent $658.05 for unbudgeted, which is quite a bit, but my husband has to work from home, and because we had our buffer and because we had that deposit of his VA education benefits, which was more than that, it covered both items, and we were fine with that. So now what I do, now that I have all my totals, I'm going to take these totals. I'm going to go to my weekly check-in here. And I am going to come to this side, and hopefully I can get it on screen. I don't know if I can. Give me a second. I'm going to have to make some adjustments here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is the bottom half of my weekly check-in that I showed you earlier. We're on week 3. We're closing out week 3, and we're setting up week 4 for the last week of the month. Part of my tripod I'm using right now is actually on the paper, so I can't really move it up and down or anything like that. So bear with me. Like I said, it's kind of an awkward thing until I can get my parts ordered for my other tripod, where it's clamped and it's over my desk. It's not actually attached to my desk, so it's a totally different setup. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down what we spent, and we're going to go over where I'm over and where I'm under, which most of it I am under. So whatever I was over here, it's not a problem because it's definitely going to be compensated by all these other categories. So I'm not worried about that. And we had no gas, by the way. I did not mention that when I was on the calendar side, but we had no gas this week, so that's just $0. I'm just going to put this in parentheses so I'm aware of it, but not worried about it because it was spending that we knew we had the money for, but it had nothing to do with the budget and had nothing to do with what I plan from the deposits, because originally that $825 for VA education deposit was supposed to go into savings, and we just hadn't transferred it yet. So we just needed to make a decision. Do we still want to leave it there and use it for these unbudgeted, or do we want to put it in savings? And we decided to spend it. And it's definitely money worth spending for the need that we had for it. Okay, so now that I have my numbers, I can move that out of the way. And I can go over here and go grocery household. we had budget $153.45. We went way over that, $232.41, which originally this week I had $200 budgeted. So I still would have gone over even if I hadn't had negatives carrying over, but I'm going to be even more over for this category. So we'll see how well I do in week 4. If I can keep it within the number I have available, great. If not, it'll just be compensated by the other categories by the end of the month. So that's what that will be. So we're negative by $78.96. Next, we have restaurants. So we have $164.62 was what we budget. What we spent was $82.07. That left $82.55. So we only spent half of the budget, which is excellent. Absolutely love that. Our miscellaneous I've had in the budget, which I have not been spending a lot out of it, which is very strange for me. Just have not been doing it, and which is okay. I'm cool with that. $255.85 minus $108, and that's, oh, look what I did. I forgot to change pens. So that's actually positive $147.85, and that's actually positive $82.55. Let me rewrite that real quick. And if the camera's shaking, I am very sorry, because it's actually on the desk. So $82.55. There we go. All right, and then nothing changed here, so it's $111.98, and that I don't do anything with. So we are going to take these numbers, and I'm going to total this, I'm going to total this to get the balances, and then we're going to budget for next week. So what I do have, let's see, 232.41 plus 82.07 plus 108. So I stayed well below what my total month for the 4 categories budget was. That was $422.48. And then let's see if I negative that plus the $685.90. That gives me $263.42. Let's see if coming down I did my math right. So I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. I like using positive numbers first before I have to subtract anything. All right, there's that. And then 147.85 and 82.55 minus 78.96. All right, 263.42. Did my math right. Gotta love elementary. Check your math. So now we're going to do the budget here. So let me get my notebook off to the side here with my numbers. So as you can see, I have all these weeks and then what I categorized. So week 4, I don't know if I can get it on screen at all. Here we go. Kinda. It's crooked. I'm sorry. So we're on week 4 here. So this is the amounts I'm going to use to categorize. So I am negative $78.96, but I'm giving myself in week 4 $200. I don't think I'm going to make it this month with the grocery household. So I'm still tweaking that category because I did add HelloFresh after the new year. And so, yeah, I may have to bump it up if I can't consistently keep within budget. So, but I'm going to keep trying. So 200 minus the $78.96. That means I have $121.04 for groceries. Now, what I have for restaurants, I'm going to add $82.55, and I gave myself $125. So that gives me $207.55. And then miscellaneous, I have quite a bit left there. And these categories are going to definitely take care of that. It's not an issue. Or whatever I'm over here, it's just, if I want to have that one category be $1,000 or less a month, then I really got to step up my game and pay attention better. So I'm a miscellaneous. I have $147.85. And I get to add another $125. And that gives me $272.85. My goodness. Hopefully most of this will all go into savings at the end of the month, but we'll see what happens. And then gasoline gets $62.50 plus the $111.98. There we go. So $174.48. So because this is actual cash I'm working in within the week, the money's already in the bank. I'm not going to budget anything from budgeted. And then I'm going to have a total of all these. 272.85 plus 207.55 plus 121.04. All right, so I'm giving myself $775.92 will be plenty for groceries, gas, restaurants, miscellaneous for the last week, the 19th through the 28th of February, which is a shorter time frame because we only have 28 days in February. So we should be absolutely fine unless something catastrophic happens, which I pray does not. And then next Friday, I will be showing you the weekly check-in, closing out the month and starting up the new month. So yeah, that's what's going to be going on there. So let's go ahead and get our stuff put back together and move on from there. I'll be right back. Okay, there's my weekly check-in. Everything looks pretty decent. Still don't think I'm gonna make $121 for groceries. I might be able to stay within that because it is a shorter time period with, the February only having 28 days, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. So I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope your budgeting and weekly check-in is going well. And I will see you guys next time. And bye.